Hi there, welcome back to the channel. My name is Fred Macedo and I'm here with my friends Rosalie, Rosangela, and Ruben. We are here for another Gospel at Home. And before we start, I'm gonna ask Rosangela to make our initial prayer. Please, Rosangela.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Thank you, Rosangela. Now I'm gonna share my screen. The Gospel according to Spiritism, page 334. Divine faith and human faith. Faith is the innate sentiment in human beings for their future destiny. It is the awareness they have of the immense faculties whose seed was deposited in them, first in a latent state, and which they know they now must make blossom and grow by their active will. Until now, faith has not been understood except from the religious aspect, because Christ extolled it as a powerful lever, and because he has been seen only as the head of the religion. But Christ, who performed material miracles, has demonstrated through these same miracles that what humans can do when they have faith. That is, the will to want and the certainty that such will can receive fulfillment. By following his example, did not the apostles also perform miracles? Well, what were those miracles except natural effects who, whose cause was unknown to people back then, but which today have been largely explained, and which will be fully understood by studying Spiritism and Magnetism? Faith is either human or divine, depending on whether people apply their faculties to their earthly needs or to their heavenly and future aspirations. Individuals of genius who have pursued the accomplishment of some great enterprise triumph if they have faith, because they feel within them that they can and must reach it, and this certainty provides them with immense power. Good persons who believe in their heavenly future and who want to fill their lives with noble and beautiful actions in the certainty of the happiness that awaits them, draw from their faith the strength they need, thereby accomplish the miracles of charity, devotion, and selfishness. Finally, with faith, there are no bad tendencies that cannot be overcome. Magnetism is one of the greatest proofs of faith put into action. It's through faith that magnetism heals and produces the remarkable phenomena that used to be regarded as miracles. I will repeat: faith is human and divine. If all incarnates were fully persuaded of the power they have within them. And if they wanted to put their will in the service of the power, of that power, they would be capable of accomplish what until today have been called prodigies, and which are actually nothing more than a development of human faculties. A Protector Spirit, Paris, 1863. Okay, what can we comment on this? We all know fate. What is fate? But have us truly have within ourselves, or is just um, a weak faith? When Jesus was in a boat in the storm and he was like sleeping, and his students, his apostles, were very, very troubled because they they are they were seeing the waves and they worry about the the boat sink. And then they woke up Jesus, and Jesus calmed down the waves and the winds and said to them, men of little faith. Because uh, he also said that if we have a faith of the size of a mustard seed, we, we would move mountains away. What he means about that? He means that if we put our goodwill in the service of our neighbor, we could do prodigies, we could do miracle things. But we are also always focusing our efforts in ourselves, in our well-being. So we are selfish. We have pride and so much of these bad tendencies that we must face. So we need faith that God has a plan for all of us. And if we are suffering for any reason, this suffering, we have to welcome this suffering, this pain, because nobody changes when they're happy. We change when we are in pain, we are in suffering. It's like if we sit in an uncomfortable place, we will only rise if the situation is uncomfortable. If the situation is good, we are comfortable. We doesn't have motive to move on, to move forward. That's why we have to have faith in our possibilities as immortal spirits, because this life is very brief. It's just a moment in the eternity. So we have to make greater efforts to move ahead. I'd like to thank you all for your patience, for being with us. And I'm going to ask Rosangela to make our final prayer. Thank you.
We thank the good spirits who have come to communicate with us and asking them to help us put into practice destruction. They have given us without rope they will ensure that each uniform us at the ending of the session is fortified in the practice of good and love for our neighbor. We also wish these lessons may be useful for the suffering, ignorance, or vicious spirits who were able to attend this meeting and for whom we implore the mercy of God.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, God bless you all.
Thank you all.
Good night.